Today's adventure takes us to Ottawa. No, not that Ottawa. Ottawa, Illinois, and to Ottawa Avenue Cemetery. Now this cemetery is amazing, has over 5,000 graves, still active, goes back to the 1850s, has many soldiers buried in the cemetery, and we're going to see some of their graves today. And it also has the grave of the man that started the Boy Scouts of America. His name, William Boyce. We're going to find his grave today. I'm going to tell you his story. We have this beautiful chapel behind me. We have some other things to look at, so it's going to be a wonderful walk. So come join me as we explore Ottawa Avenue Cemetery. Hello once again, everyone. Thanks you for joining me for another video. This time we are in Ottawa, Illinois, at Ottawa Avenue Cemetery. And I see I've gotten a number of new subscribers lately, so thank you very much for subscribing. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe. And please like this video if you get a chance. Charles here, son of somebody. Looks like died October 23rd. Wow, that's pretty faded, guys. I want to say 1838 or something in that vicinity. 27 years old. Great old tombstone. This cemetery is pretty incredible as I look around. A lot of really nice old tombstones. Let's see if there's an inscription on this one. I don't see anything as of yet. Here we go, Wood is the name. And that's all I see on that one. It's just wood. Beautiful summer day here in Ottawa, which is interesting. I live about an hour away, and it was raining and cloudy and not very nice when I left the house, but now it is sunny, not raining. It's very nice. James Van Boren died August 23rd, 1875, age 50 years right there. Nice, beautiful monument to him. This is one of those cemeteries where you have a lot of old monuments. A lot of history in this cemetery, and we'll go over that as we progress in our walk. Got one up against this tree here. Let's see what this says. Something J. Something Ford J. Looks like maybe a lamb there. 3 years, 6 months, 20 days, 1870 something is when that little boy passed away. Beautiful monument here. The draped obelisk. Well, not really an obelisk, it's more of a column, I suppose. Let's see what we got here. Lucy's the name. Born 1868, it looks like, in February, and died same year, April 27th. So only about 2.5 months old. And we have Samuel Walker, it looks like. Born April 15th, 1837, died October 21st, 1869. So he wasn't very old, only 32. And we see the Walker down there. Beautiful monument. Beautiful. Then I want to check out this one. This may be, looking around, maybe the largest monument in this cemetery. Beautiful monument. Looks to be about 20 feet tall. Let's see who this is. Family plot says Riddick. William Riddick. Born in Ireland. You see that a lot around here. October 31st, 1812. Died March 8th. It looks like 1835. Eliza, his wife, also looks to be born in Ireland. Died 1840 perhaps. Maybe he died 1880. He died 1885. I think I said 1835. She died 1883. Beautiful monument. Wonderful family plot. Here we have Virginia. Died 1857 at 24. And James, he died October 12th, 1847. Or she died 1857. Did I say 1847? Anyway, she was 24. She was the niece, it says. And then James died 1847 at 33. Both young. Both young. And then, let me step up in here a second. Mary Stevens, wife of Thomas Bowen, died 1860 at the age of 32. Wow, they've really died young. And then we have Elizabeth Funk, adopted daughter of William and Eliza Riddick, born in Prussia, 1840-something, died 1887, so she was only about 40. Really amazing. Here's Eliza, EGR or ECR, and here's William here, WR, as you see on that one. Wow, a lot of history there. And here's another view of that monument to the family. Looks like the drape urn up on the top. Very common, very common. Here's the name Dickey. Jesse Dickey died 1880 at the age of 22, no, 72 years old, excuse me. There's a cemetery around here that contains, I believe, a William Dickey that was in the Civil War, and he was I don't remember what he was, maybe a general in the Civil War, but I can't get to the cemetery. Here's W.T. Dickey here. I don't know if I can't get to the cemetery because it's locked in with private residences. It's in the middle of the woods, but there's residences all around there, and I can't get to it, but it's in this area. And the Dickey surname just reminded me of it, and I hope to get to that at some point in my life. Here we have Winfield, Lecky, Company H, 11th Illinois Infantry. Thank you for your service. And Samuel here, Rogers, died 1849, age 33 it looks like. Wow, great stuff. Let's see what we have over here. I see another veteran. And it says here, Battery C, 1st Regiment, Illinois Light Artillery, Robert Reynolds, 1838 to 1912, Civil War veteran. All right, as we continue this tour of this wonderful old cemetery, we are going to check out this large monument here. You can see with the cross atop. Wouldn't be surprised if this is someone from Ireland. They usually put the crosses on the top, but it might not be. Louisa, it looks like, or hard to tell. I see 1854 to 1887. Died at 32 years of age. Frank Leroy Meyerhofer, definitely not Irish. Born 1885, died 1892. So a young person there. And then we have Joseph Meyerhofer. That's an interesting way to do that. December 1824. Wow. Wow. And here we have Charles Meyerhofer, Company C, 3rd Illinois Infantry. Thank you for your service. And what do we have on this side? This is in German. Too bad I don't have Bo with me today, as he does read German. Beautiful monument there. All right. Where to go? I mean, look at this, guys. Where to go, huh? We've got old with new, new with new, old with old, all kinds of stuff going on. But this old style tombstone caught my eye. I can see the handshake from here. That's going to be all I'm going to be able to see on that one. Then we have Weherstein here, born 1826, died 1900. Here we have an information board, and this is one of the men whose graves that I do want to visit today. William Dickinson Boyce, W.D. Boyce, born in 1858. So the big thing about him, he was the founder of the Boy Scouts of America. He was an entrepreneur. And there's some information about him here. It says he was smart, driven, and knew how to make money. Moved to Chicago in 1881, sold advertising space for a monthly magazine. He was adventurous, moved to Manitoba, did a lot of stuff. You can read it here. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you. Traveled the world. Yeah, when he was on a business trip to London, he found himself in a predicament, came across a young boy who helped him out. Boy refused to take money. Young boy said he was a Boy Scout. And Boyce had so much appreciation, he brought the Boy Scouts to America. Really kind of neat. And this tells you how to get to his grave, so we will go there in a little bit. So I'm walking here. I mean, look at how big this cemetery is. Just beautiful. We see Corporal George Action. That is a great last name, by the way. 1840 to 1914. And Mary Jane Action, 1855 to 1936. Thank you for your service, sir. You see Mary here, and there's not much left of that tombstone, unfortunately, and there's one right behind it that is completely buried. That's too bad. I wanted to go over here. You know, it's a good-sized cemetery when it has its own chapel. And some more soldiers here. That one's very hard to read. It says Napoleon. Not that Napoleon. 1871. 53rd Regiment, Company E, Illinois Infantry. And L.H. Fredenberg, it looks like. 15th Illinois Calvary. Thank you for your service. Wow. I wish I'd pull these out of the ground, because these are another year or two, you're not going to be able to read these at all. What do we have here? We have a placard in memory of the 9 soldiers of the War of 1812 buried in the Ottawa Avenue Cemetery. And it lists the soldiers' names, placed by John Kenzie. United States Daughters of 1812, dedicated May 8th, 1963. And immediately behind that, we do see a flag post. This American flag is flying. And this says, presented through Illinois Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution in memory of all departed daughters and loved ones gone on before. That is very nice. And here we have a chapel. Very nice chapel. Let's take a look and see what this says on the chapel. This chapel was donated by John Bastian in memory of his mother, Elise Bastian, 1925. So this chapel is nearly 100 years old. Let's see if we could go in. No, we cannot. We see, looks like a lot of storage at this point. A lot of American flags in here. Chapel has not been used. Paint is peeling. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it hasn't been used as a chapel in some time. Looks like it's being used as storage. Unfortunately, it's a nice chapel, just being used as storage at this point. There's so much to look at. This one just says died 1847 in the 65th year of his age. And let's see if we can see the name here. No, it broke right where his name was, unfortunately. What a beautiful chapel. And it does have it has air conditioning. But yet it just sits as storage, unfortunately. That roof looks like it was recently done. Very nice. All right, let's try to find the grave of William Dickinson Boyce. As I said a little bit earlier when we saw his storyboard, Mr. Boyce was founder of the Boy Scouts of America. He was an entrepreneur, magazine publisher, and explorer. He was born in Pennsylvania in 1858, and he really acquired a love for the outdoors. I told you about how he was in London and a boy had helped him out, and the boy would not accept money. And he asked the boy why, and the boy said he was a Boy Scout and would not accept money. So impressed by that, he came back to America and he started Boy Scouts of America. And here's a statue to the Boy Scouts of America right here. To William D. Boyce, publisher, explorer, humanitarian. It's very nice. Very nice statue to him. And here we have, I'm not sure what river this is. It runs through Ottawa. Maybe this is the Kankakee River. Not sure. That's a nice boat. I wouldn't mind that. That's a beautiful final resting place here of Mr. Boyce, and here's his grave here. Let's see. Start over here. We have daughter of William and Mary Beacom, mother of Ben S., Happy and Sydney. And we have son of David and Margaret Boyce, father of Ben S., Happy and Sydney. I like the name Happy. Son of William Dickinson and Mary Jane Boyce, father of Jane, Mary, and William Dickinson II. And And there we have William Dickinson Boyce II there. And then daughter of William Dickinson and Mary Jane Boyce, mother of Jane Ellen. And let's see what we have. Well, that's Happy there. Happy Boyce Parker. Great name. Ben Boyce, died in 1928. And here's William Dickinson Boyce, the man who started Boy Scouts of America, and his wife, Mary Jane Boyce, right here. And their graves are right here, overlooking what I believe to be the Kankakee River, and I could be wrong. But everyone's out on the river today enjoying it, and this is where their final resting spot is. Here we go, the tree trunk, the Woodmen of America monuments. William, I see. Madeline. William died in 1881 at 49 years old, 3 months, 12 days. A member of something lodge. And then his wife died April 30th, 1881. He died June 2nd, so he died only a few months later, and she wasn't that old, 45, although at that time. That is remarkable. Beautiful woodsman of America. And immediately behind me, as I nearly trip over it, is this one here. Civil War. Adam, E-H-L-Y, Company G, probably Illinois Infantry, most were. Wow, I don't think this one's readable anymore. Oh, it is. Pauline. What do I know? 1837, 1929. This seems much older than 1929. Wow. Okay, as we're walking, a large structure in front of me. Looks like something from the American Southwest. It has that feel to it. I don't know what it is. There's a gate, there's a door. Very interesting looking. I've never run into anything like this. I'm thinking a mausoleum. It's the only thing I could think of. Before we get to that, it looks like we have a tree that has fallen over here. Hopefully it didn't damage anything. Oh boy, I think it did. Wow. Yeah, the tree definitely uprooted, and it did damage, unfortunately it did damage some tombstones. Look at that, that one's knocked over, and that one's probably been there 150 years, and now it's knocked over. That's sad. We have large branches here, but I don't know what this structure is. It looks like a church in a way, but I do not know. It is locked. You see the lock on there. It's a modern lock. I don't know what this structure is. Anyone watching the video can tell me what this is, if they've ever seen something like this before. It's very large. I don't think it's a chapel because it's too big. The only thing I could think of is that it's a mausoleum, but because there's no windows, and but it's locked up tight. It is locked up tight. That is a large mausoleum, if it is. I don't know what it is, but that's the only thing I could think of. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I have never seen a structure like this in a cemetery, especially this big. And on this end too, it has, you can tell that at one point in time, those doors are not original, and I think that was bricked in. At one point in time, it had bigger doors on it. This one too is also locked. Oh no, it's not locked. Dun dun dun! But that is locked. Can you imagine if that was open? Okay. I got heart started racing there a little bit. That would have been fantastic if that was open, but it's not. Yeah, let me know what you think. But I'm guessing mausoleum. I don't know what else it could be, but if it is, I wonder if there's still people in there. Unknown at this point. No access. Whew, wow, it's getting humid out here. Man, sweating out here. Great walk though. Huge cemetery today. And the history here is incredible. I mean, the amount of old tombstones is just astonishing. It's great, great stuff. We got to see the founder of the Boy Scouts of America. Got to see a lot of Civil War graves. Some wonderful old tombstones. The chapel, and I don't know what that building was. It has to be a mausoleum. I just don't know. It's very odd. I don't know. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, until next time, keep exploring.